Martha MacCallum joins us now. Martha, Trump is very much a man of the people. How are Americans going to react to our president getting wooed by Britain's monarchy? Will our people, Americans, will they like it?
Well, I think most Americans like to see the red carpet rolled out for the President of the United States, and we haven't really seen it to this magnitude in quite some time, if ever. President Trump will be spending the night with the First Lady, who's by his side at Windsor Castle this evening. The first president who received that treatment was Ronald Reagan, and of course Queen Elizabeth was queen at the time, and they always try to sort of focus on the interests of the president who's visiting. So Ronald Reagan and Queen Elizabeth went for a ride on horseback together on the grounds at Windsor Castle. But as you rightly point out, there's a lot of business to be done here, and I think trade is top of mind in terms of getting favorable trade negotiations underway that can really solidify that first trade agreement that the UK made with the US, and also with issues of free speech, which I think the president will want to discuss not only with King Charles, probably, but also with Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, tomorrow, Stuart.
Is President Trump reshaping British politics?
So I think it's a really interesting question, and I think that President Trump's actions in the United States, when it comes to immigration, when it comes to cracking down, when it comes to actually having borders, are resonating here very strongly. Because, you know, a look over all of the London papers this morning, Stuart, which I'm sure you were looking at as well, you see that they had a huge march in the streets over the weekend protesting how liberal immigration policy is here in the UK right now. They can't really absorb the numbers of people that are coming in. So I think that they would like a little bit of Trumpism to rub off on the policy here in the United Kingdom, as well as the sort of patriotism that President Trump has embodied in the United States. You know, he has his detractors, but obviously he has a lot of supporters as well. And I think that, you know, they hope a little bit of that could rub off on leadership here in the United Kingdom as well, Stuart.
I remember when President Trump made his first state visit to the UK during his first term in office, and there was a lot of loud public protests. People were very angry at his presence. This time, it seems to be very different. The opposition to him and the protests seem to me to have been muted. What say you?
Well, I think that's very true. I've seen the same thing. I covered that trip as well. We remember the huge inflatable of President Trump that was in the park, and there was a very loud outcry back then. But I think that, you know, these years later, you have the experience of inflation, of immigration issues, of the trade issues that are in front of them as well right now. And they're starting to wonder if maybe some of Trumpism, which is on the cover of The Economist here this week, isn't something that they feel they need to be a little bit more open to. I just see what I see at home, Stuart, which is that the slice of the pie that is very anti-Trump is getting smaller. And I think that's what's happening here as well, as people experience the policy in action.
It's a very important state visit, almost a pivotal point between the two countries. Martha MacCallum, thank you very much for being with us this morning. By the way, I hear you have a very special interview tomorrow at 3 Eastern on Fox News. That will be President Trump. We will be watching, Martha, and thanks very much for being with me today. Thank you.